Hey, welcome to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm Don Maeda, editor-in-chief of TransWorld Motocross magazine, and I'm joined today by two really fast amateur kids, Joe Shimoda and Carson Mumford of the Amsoil Honda team. So, thanks for coming in today, guys. You look a little stiff and nervous, but it's going to be fun, I promise. So, Carson, you just had surgery and you just came from the track, right?
Yeah.
So, Carson, you got your femur rod out, correct?
Yeah, I got last week I got my femur rod taken out, so still a little sore, but getting better. Yeah,
and you decided to do it because it was causing you some pain and good off-season time to get it done?
Yeah, a lot of downtime right now, so if I can get it out while I can, it's a great opportunity. So yeah, I just figured I might as well.
And when did you break your leg?
I broke my leg 3 years ago, so it's been in for a while.
Okay. And then isn't it kind of dangerous to be a motocross racer with a rod in your femur in case you break it again?
Yeah, it could bend, so then they have to kind of cut your leg apart and really do some damage there. So it'd be way quicker recovery if I could just get it out now.
Yeah. So how was the surgery? Was it a lot of pain when you woke up?
It wasn't too bad. Compared to when I broke my femur, it was actually pretty easy, so it was good.
What was the quote you texted me? If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, so while you are recovering and enjoying a little off time, Joe, you're still business as usual training right now?
Yeah.
So you came from Paula today?
No, I went to Milestone today. It was really windy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Windstorms up there. Are you riding Supercross still or motocross?
No, I ride outdoors now. Yeah, outdoors. No more Supercross.
Okay. So Joe is from a town called Suzuka in Japan. It's famous for the road race course. And he moved here in, well, I don't know the year, but you were 11 when you moved here full time?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, so he's moved here full time when he was 11, racing mini bikes. And I met him for the first time 3-4 years ago. And his English has come a long way, so we're going to put him on the spot today to speak a lot more than 2-word answers. So you're fresh off, I guess, I mean, a lot of people would say it's the biggest win of your career so far at the Monster Energy Cup. I mean, I know you also have the Super Mini title at Loretta Lynn's, but tell us a little bit about Monster Energy Cup.
Yeah, Monster Energy Cup is really fun. We had some like really difficult sections that I never practiced. Yeah, finally I could get first out of the start and able to win one moto and finished third in the second moto, which made first in overall. I was really happy. Yeah.
How come in the pictures I've seen of you on the podium, you're not like super pumped? You're just like, were you in shock that you won, or is that just your Japanese subdued personality?
I don't know. I don't know, because when I win one moto, I know I have to win like the second moto, so I don't want to show too much like I'm like did everything I could, like, so I just like kind of want to keep this feeling for the next moto.
Yeah.
Like I feel better.
Cool. But I mean, even when you're on the podium with the trophy, huh?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do.
So what did you think about the Monster Cup? You had a little bit of bad luck there, right?
Yeah, it wasn't too good. I got off to a decent start in the first moto. I think I was third, and then was in third for like 2 laps, and then just kind of washed the front after the Dragon's back. And it's such tight racing, so I basically got up in dead last and had to charge all the way back up to I think like 10th. So it wasn't that good. The gate pick was not very good for the second moto, and just kind of struggled with the start. Had to come through the pack again. I think I got 6th, so not as good as Joe's night for sure, but
yeah,
it was still fun just to ride that track under the lights again, so that was good.
Is it, I know it's frustrating when you don't have the finish you want, but is it still a little bit satisfying to see your teammate do well?
Yeah, for sure. If I'm not doing good, the person I want to see do the best besides me is Joe, for sure, to have the team have that reputation of winning all the time, and I think they have a really good chance with both of us on the team.
Yeah. Okay, flipping results a little bit. The most important race in amateur racing is the Loretta Lynn's National Championships that happens in Tennessee during the summer, the hottest months of the year. Loretta Lynn's this year, Joe won a moto but had a lot of bad luck. and Carson emerged with a 111 sweep. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that was really good. I got off to really good starts. Seemed like all week in that class, so that was really good. And yeah, Joe kind of had some bad luck. I kind of had some bad luck with him in that mod class, so we were kind of battling going through the pack and stuff like that. But I really just tried to stay safe and smart in that stock class, and went 111. So that was my first time ever doing that. So that was really cool.
Yeah, you've both been to Loretta's quite a few times in the past. Joe won the Super Mini class his last year on the little bikes. How many times have you been?
I think that was my 10th year there. So yeah, just only being 16, that's a lot of time spent at one race for sure.
Yeah. How about you, Joe?
Fourth.
Fourth time.
Yeah, fourth time. Yeah.
Is there a big race like that in Japan, like a big amateur national championship?
I think there's one like really big, like similar to Loretta Lynn's, but it's like you don't do like qualify or everybody just get to race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest one. They have All Japan National, but they don't do. I don't think they don't really into the mini stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Japan, they have the All Japan National Championship. It's not like our nationals here. That the day includes the IAB or IA1 and 2 class, which is the 250 and 450 pro classes, and then there's one intermediate or two.
I think
IB2.
IB1 and 2. I'm not sure.
Anyway, the nationals in Japan have a pro class, an amateur class, a women's class, and they race only 85s there. And there's a Pee-wee class, right?
Like, kind of the Pee-wee class. It's like way slower than the American Pee-wees.
Yeah.
Like it's like a DRZ 50, like Honda 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where you started, right?
Yeah, that's where I started. Yeah.
What did you race when you were little? A DRZ?
The first bike I rode was QR50, like made from Honda.
Yeah.
I think it was really old.
Was it stock or was it modified?
It's stock. It's
stock.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So racing in Japan is a lot different than in America, but we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. When we come back, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of a project I've been working on with these kids.
Hey guys, Marvin Muscan here. Liad is giving away one leg brace every week during 2018. For your chance to win, send your best thrill moment, and for more details, check out Liad on social media.
Hey, welcome back to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm here with Carson Mumford and Joe Shimoda, and this summer I along with Casey Davis, Chase Curtis, and Jacob Johnson, we teamed up to do a really cool documentary with these two. It's an interesting story because they're both at the pinnacle of amateur racing, just about to turn pro, and they've come from two opposite sides of the world, literally and figuratively. Had two very different journeys to get to where they are now. I've known Carson since he was really young. Obviously I have a little sentiment to Joe because we're both Japanese. So I thought it was an interesting story. I wanted to learn about it myself. So we've spent quite a bit of time with them this summer and come up with something cool. And I wanted to show you guys the movie teaser for the very first time. So we're going to take a look at it right now. The pursuit of a professional career in motocross racing is an experience shared by thousands of racers around the world. For most, the dream of becoming a factory rider will never be realized, but for the elite few, it's a lucrative path that can result in wealth, success, and acclaim. Making it to the top of amateur racing alone requires unwavering commitment from the racer, their family, and anyone involved in their program. Amsoil Honda's Carson Mumford and Joe Shimoda are two of the sport's most promising young racers who are poised to make the transition into the pro ranks in pursuit of their lifelong dreams.
The moment I remember racing, I was always wanting to be a Ricky Carmichael or someone. It was never like I wanted to be a free rider or a freestyle rider. I was always working as hard as I can to be the best at it. I don't know, I feel like I was groomed to be a good racer.
My parents have given me the opportunity to race in the United States. I'm very thankful to them. So I really want to win for them too.
Met the dad, and the dad said, okay, I know you from the Europe, and then you think Joe could be a champion? I say, why not?
If you know him, you know he's really, really confident within himself and what he can do. There's not going to be much that's going to stop that kid from doing whatever he wants in the sport.
Join TransWorld Motocross for an immersion into the highest levels of amateur racing and follow in the footsteps of two young racers from opposite sides of the globe who've converged at the top step of amateur motocross in America. Okay, so that's the little movie teaser. What'd you guys think?
It's pretty sweet. Everything looks super awesome, yeah, with everything you guys edited, and Loretta's look super cool and everything like that, so I loved it.
Yeah, we made Loretta's look cool? That's
yeah.
tough to do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, same for me. I liked how you put Japanese into it, and English. Yeah.
So the characters and the artwork, that's correct? What does it say?
The Japanese? Oh, it says fast.
But what's the word in Japanese?
Hayai.
Hayai?
Hayai.
Okay. So my friend who helped me with that, he didn't play me. It doesn't say like chicken teriyaki or something? It's right? It says fast. Okay. All right. So, man, I got to visit Joe in Suzuka. That was a good time. I liked seeing where you live and the neighborhood you grew up in. Do you get homesick much being here?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Like after coming back from Japan for like 1 week, I kind of want to go back a little bit and then kind of get used to like the American program that I used to do. Yeah, sometimes I miss my friends and family, food, kind of a lot of things, but I don't know, to be successful, the sports I do, I can't complain about it.
Yeah, yeah. So could you imagine, Carson, like say, I guess it'd be kind of like if you moved to Europe to go race the EMX series or something, is like getting up and leaving like at the age of 11 when you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, it would be tough for sure. Yeah, it takes a special person to be able to do that stuff, and I know Joe's super motivated and stuff, and he kind of knew that's what he had to do, and he was already really invested in the sport, and so was his whole family. So I think they really made the right decision by coming out here and kind of investing in his whole program, and I think it'll really pay off.
Mm-hmm. When I was in Japan, you were telling me when you're on a 65, they used to come from Japan and they used to put their bike in a suitcase.
Yeah.
But when he would come race, they would always look at you with your Team Green rug. Oh, Carson Mumford. I mean, does that kind of crack you up that it was like that and now you guys are teammates?
A little bit, yeah. I remember racing him on 65s for sure, meeting his parents, and they were super nice and everything, even way back then when we were really little, and I didn't really even know much. I just rode my dirt bike, so yeah, it was crazy, just come so far. Yeah.
So Joe, what was the toughest thing about moving to a country? I mean, you took English a little bit in school at that point, right? But I mean, by and large, you didn't know anything.
Yeah, in the beginning, I couldn't talk at all. Like every word's like still learning, but like 5 years ago, it was like I had no clue. What am I doing? Like what everybody is saying. At Japan, before I came here, I went to like the English school after like the regular school, and that helped me a little bit. But still, a lot of things it's like very new for me. Yeah.
Carson, does he do anything in the races or the pits that kind of trip you out? Like, what's he doing?
He says rice balls.
Rice balls are good, man.
Oh man, I'll just stick to a turkey sandwich.
Yeah. So you bring the musubi to the track? Your mom makes them for you?
Yeah, my mom makes it for me.
Yeah. But when we were filming, Joe whipped it really good one time. I was like, dude, how'd you learn to whip like that? And he goes, I eat lots of sushi. So is that like a joke you get from all your buddies and stuff?
Yeah, yeah, everybody now calls me sushi because I'm Japanese. Yeah. So I'm kind of using that to like make fun of myself or like to make a joke. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Nice. Okay, you're on Amsoil Honda together. How much do you guys actually work together on a regular basis, or is it you just meet up at the track on race day? Because I know you're from the Valley, but you're based in Murrieta or Menifee with Randy, and as are you. But do you guys see each other much aside from the races?
Not too much. We'll see each other at like a local track and stuff like that, but really our programs don't intertwine on the day-to-day basis. Every once in a while we'll get together and do some sprint laps or a moto together and stuff like that, just to see, just kind of work together as a team, see what we're missing. And but other than that, we both still want to win and beat each other, so we kind of just wait till race day and race.
Cool. All right, well, hey, we're going to take a second break right now. When we come back, we're going to find out a little bit more about their programs together.
Since 1973, FMF has been about getting more out of riding motorcycles. More power, more wins, more fun. Innovation and American craftsmanship makes FMF today's leader in performance. FMF, feel the power.
What's up? This is Christian Craig. As a motocross racer, being in top physical shape is a must, and my favorite way to train is cycling. And whether it's road biking or mountain biking, I rely on Roy's Cyclery to keep my bikes in perfect running order.
Welcome back to Swapmoto Live, presented by Ogio. I'm here with the Amsoil Honda guys, Joe Shimoda and Carson Mumford. So both of you guys are at the pinnacle of amateur racing, so you take it very seriously. For all intent and purposes, you're as serious about it as the top pros. So I know that, Carson, you moved from your parents' home in the Valley and you live with your trainer now, Randy Lawrence. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like living with your trainer and the kind of things that you work on?
Yeah, it's cool. I like living with Randy. He's really good with everything he does as far as training and stuff like that. So if I'm not doing what I need to be doing, he'll check me on it, and he will just make me do it. So it's good. The drive time's really small compared to what it was. Yeah. So that's really nice. My parents' house is probably like 2 hours from a local track. So it's really terrible down there. So when I stay down here, I can really get all my work done, and it's way easier on me, so it's really nice of them to let me do that. Yeah.
Does it get lonely at all, like being away from your mom and dad and sister?
It's not too bad, just because it's only 2 hours. Yeah, it's not like how Joe's whole family's moved here and everything, so yeah, it's still pretty easy on me as far as I just want to go home for the weekend. I can go home and stuff like that, so it's still nice.
Okay, so his trainer is Randy Lawrence, who's been a mechanic for Jeremy McGrath. He's been a trainer for Ryan Villapoto. So he comes with some credentials. It's kind of cool to know that you're being trained by the same guy that's worked with these other legends.
Oh, for sure. He definitely knows what he's doing, and he kind of has some old school ways that I think some of the trainers today kind of skip over, and I think it can really help. He definitely takes some shortcuts with everything, so he knows what he's doing. Like, we don't need to take the long way around, and I really like it. And just to hear old stories and stuff like that is really awesome. And just McGrath and them had a great time. Yeah.
Okay, Joe, so your trainer, his trainer is Yann Curvella from France. He worked with Sebastian Tortelli, also with Marvin Muscan when he first moved here. So how did you guys end up with an international trainer like that?
First time I met Yanning was, I think, 2015 or 14, Anaheim 1. I think my dad or mom find Yanning because I think they saw his name in a magazine after Mario Muskin won the, like, Supercross motos, and that's how we met the first time. And then after that, like, kind of he showed me the programs, what he do, and then that's how I get it into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you at first, like, at that age, what, you're like 12 or so? Were you just kind of like, yo, mom, dad, why do I need this trainer guy telling me what to do? Or were you pumped on it? I mean, does he help you with just physical stuff, or does he help you with technique and everything as well?
Oh, everything. Yeah, his training style is a little bit, like, kind of unique, kind of different than everybody else does. Like, I heard many like American trainers do motos, pushing all the time, but it's like when I worked him on the first year, we only did corners, and we never do like 15-minute moto, 10-minute, like 20-minute moto, just like smooth technique riding. And yeah, he helps me with everything on physical training stuff too, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Okay. I know, like, when I watch Joe, he's real smooth, and sometimes he doesn't look like he's trying very hard, and you're more aggro.
Yeah.
How would you classify yourself in your riding style and your strengths and weaknesses?
I feel like when the track's technical and I don't really have to send it, I can be smooth and technical and jump around and stuff like that, but I think when I get into a battle, I'll just try and send it harder than the guy and try and just pull away. Where when you watch Joe, it's just super nice and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, man, like, how's he going so fast? Like, you put a stopwatch on him, he's going faster than you. So it's really crazy, just our whole riding style.
Okay, how about you?
I don't know.
Smooth and patient.
Smooth, taking easy. Kind of a little bit save the energy. Just, I don't think to go faster you need to really pushing. Like, find a way to make less time on the whole track. I think that's the way my coach tells me all the time. Yeah, just find good lines, play with all the bumps. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next year, both of you will be making the jump to the A class, right? Carson, you were supposed to stay B one more year, but because you won the title at Loretta's, bumped up. You've already done a race in the A class and ended up on the podium, but National A versus National B, it's kind of like the same kids all growing up with you, right? So
Yeah.
Is there any stress or pressure about moving up?
Not too much. I've raced the same kids that I'm racing now that I have on 50s and 65s and stuff like that. So it seems like we're all really close in speed, and even with the B and A group, we're always, sometimes it seems like the B guys are running faster lap times and the A guy are running fast lap times. So it's cool. I think it's going to be a really stacked year because some of the A kids are staying down and the B kids are moving up. So it's going to be fun, a lot of battles, and yeah, I think it'll be good.
Yeah. How about you, Joe? Are you looking forward to it?
Oh yeah. I don't think I have any stress or pressure because since 5 years I have racing same guy, and they're fast too. So yeah, not worried about anything. Yeah.
For both of you, is it kind of like, dang, one more year in the A class? Are you guys just itching to go national pro, or do you feel like this year will be good for you?
I think this year will be good for us. I think it'll really help us because the guys that do go pro will kind of get to see how they made mistakes or what they did right and wrong. So I think it'll be good. I'll get to race everybody at Freestone and stuff like that, and then Hangtown rolls around, and the guys that stay back, and the guys that go, I can watch. So I think that'll be really cool and kind of neat. I don't think a lot of people get to do that.
How about you?
Yeah, staying one more year in amateur class, I think is good for me. When I step out to the pro, AMA, Supercross or National, I don't want to be scary about everything. I want to be ready for it, mentally ready. So yeah, I think it's good to have A class, mini class before turning into pro. So kind of makes it easier transition to AMA pro. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So you alluded to it a little bit, but is there a lot of competitiveness between you two? I mean, are you only talking to each other right now because you're here with me?
No.
I mean, you guys get along, right?
Yeah, I see him at a local track. I'll go say what's up, and I think we only live 2 miles away. So yeah, I'm going to see him. Might as well be friends and stuff like that. But when the gate drops, we'll push each other and definitely want to beat him.
Yeah. All right. So since he's been here, Joe has learned a bunch of English.
Yeah.
How much Japanese have you learned from Joe?
0.
0?
Yeah, I always forget it. He tries to tell me and I keep forgetting.
Do you try to teach him real stuff or just the bad stuff?
Yeah, probably. He probably is tricking me.
More bad stuff.
More bad stuff? Yeah. Okay, so I'll teach you some right now, okay? Oki. Say it with me. Oki. Say it with me. Oki. Oshiri.
Oshiri.
Daisuki.
Daisuki.
So say it all together.
Oki, Shiri, Daisuki.
Yeah. What do you say?
I love big butts.
Okay. Well, hey, on that note, man, TransWorld Motocross film Fast is going to be available on iTunes in December. So be sure to look for it. It's a really cool story. I had to dance around some subjects so we don't give everything away. But I did travel to Japan and visit Joe. I went to the hospital with Carson to get his femur rod out. It was a good time hanging out with these guys, and I have no doubt that both of them will make a very successful transition into the pros, and I'm looking forward to watching their careers unfold. So thanks, guys, for coming on.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, subscribe to our YouTube channel, bookmark transworldmx.com, and on Instagram, follow
Carson Mumford. That's it. Just at Carson Mumford.
And Joe Shimoda 47.
Okay. Thanks for watching.